Saber?
Motherfuckers!
Oh,
Try some
Saber
smoke!
been upgraded. Motherfucking look. That's my mom. Oh, mama chopping a picture with Big Daddy.
You should try some
Yeah.
smoke off the side!
No, yeah, no, yeah, no.
No.
Let's see what Robin Hood is. Imagine if you invest in it, and imagine if...
Heads up!
I can't see!
What up, peeps? KgDrifty's in the building. I'm here to bring you guys some more Last of Us tips and strategies. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys the best Shiv class setup. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Now, starting off with the very first thing that I use this class setup, and that is the revolver. You don't necessarily have to use the revolver. You can choose between a 9mm pistol or the revolver. I personally like to use the revolver just because it takes about 2 to 3 shots to kill an enemy. And when you upgrade it, it shoots a lot faster. And it's just, the revolver is just so much powerful in my opinion compared to the 9mm pistol. The only good thing about the 9mm pistol is just has a faster fire rate compared to the revolver. But, you know, like I said, whatever works best for you, you can choose between those two. But personally, like I said, I like to use the revolver, and it just works best for me when I need it in you know, in the combats. Now, going on with the very first perk that I use, and that is Bomb Expert 3. And what Bomb Expert 3 does is you are immune to the stun of your own smoke bomb. You can place bombs, throw smoke bombs, and thrown bombs have a very short fuse. So this is very, very important, especially when you're using, you know, the Shiv, just because, say, for example, if you want to throw it at the enemy when he's close by, you'll be immune to your own stun grenade. Well, you'll be immune to your own smoke. So when the fuse go off hella fast, you can easily just knife the enemy, and it just comes in handy a lot. And like I said, you won't get stunned by your own thing, because we all know how annoying that can be. But that's very, very important to use it, just because when you stun them, it has a very short fuse, and they pretty much be stunned for a pretty good long time. So, and on top of that, you're immune to it. So it's very, very useful. Now, going on with the second one, the second perk, and that is Convert Training 2. I like to use Convert Training 2. I've been talking about this in my previous videos. Convert Training is very, very powerful. It's one of the most overpowered perks in this game, obviously. And pretty much with Convert Training 2, you won't show up on enemies listening mode when you're crouch walking, and on top of that, you start with a Shiv. So that's why I like this so much, is because you can start with a Shiv, and it's just very important, especially, and obviously it's a knifing class setup. So I recommend using Convert Training 2 just because it's a lot powerful. You don't necessarily have to use it, but I personally recommend using it. Obviously, it's my class setup, but I recommend using it just because you start off with a Shiv, and enemies can't see you on the listening mode when you're crouch walking. Now, going on with the third perk, and that is Executioner 2. And pretty much what Executioner does is you earn a 50% more parts for special executions. You get an extra Shiv. Use every time you craft a Shiv, and you earn double the parts for Shiv kills. So pretty much when you craft a Shiv, you get 2 extra ones. And on top of that, you also, your parts double when you get Shiv kills, and you earn 50% more parts when you special execution people. I like using it just because when you're crafting Shivs, it gives you double, and it makes it a lot useful. I don't really care too much about the parts as much and the 50% as much, but I just like it just because they give you double the amount of Shivs. But if you do want to, with the last perk that I want to mention, you don't actually have to. If you want to, you can also use Executioner 3, and it gives you 2 extra Shivs automatically. And then every time you craft a Shiv, you earn double the parts for Shiv kills and special execution interrogations. So if you want to use Executioner 4, you can use that as well, but personally I like to use Executioner 2 just because Marathon Runner is going to come in handy, which I'm going to get into right away. But like I said, Executioner is very, very useful. So when you craft that Shiv, you can get double the parts, and you don't have to worry about running out of it too fast. Now, last but not least with the perk, I use Marathon Runner. Now, the reason why I use Marathon Runner is just because, well, speaking of that, for people who don't know what Marathon Runner is, pretty much you pretty much sprint 15% longer, and your sprint regenerates 15% faster. I personally like using it just because when you do stun a person, you can run a little bit faster so you can get them. So if you're stunning them from a great distance away, that Marathon Runner is going to come in handy because you can get to them a little faster. You won't run out of stamina, and it'll be a lot easier. And then on top of that, if you need to run away, or if you run out a little bit, you can regenerate that and just go in for the Shiv kill. So Marathon Runner is just very, very important. You don't necessarily have to use it, just depending on what type of Shiv person that you are. If you're more of a stealthy type, I wouldn't, you don't have to necessarily use Marathon Runner 1. You could use Executioner 4, Executioner 3, I mean. But It's really up to you how you want to do it. Personally, I'm more of a rusher type of guy when it comes down to the shivving. So I recommend using marathon if you're more of a rushing type. But if you're not more of a rushing type, then use the last, use executioner 3. Then that'll come more in handy. Well, that'll come more in handy for you because it gives you a lot of those benefits when you're trying to get those shiv kills. But there you guys have it. That is my best shiv class setup for The Last of Us. If you want me to make any more class setup videos, y'all just comment below. Let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. More great videos coming soon. I'm going to be bringing you guys a lot more Last of Us videos. I'm just trying to figure out what more stuff I can talk about and make for you guys. But like I said, if any of you guys want any other type of Last of Us videos, comment below. Let me know, man. I'll make the videos for any of you guys. And then on top of that, for any anything Last of Us related when it comes down to multiplayer, I would definitely get down and make some videos for you guys. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. More great videos coming soon. And I'll see you guys in the next one.